Hi, all, and welcome to Monday night's Treasure Vortex with Gypsy Jules from Zero. Oh my Atlanta, with Gypsy Jules from YouTube's Zero Discrimination, as well as GypsyDigs.com, and myself, Amanda Degaz. So tonight there is no guest. Tonight we knew because of last week having to cancel, and I do apologize for that. It's probably good that we did because Skype had a massive crash, I guess, on the podcasts that follow us. And I think if my brain had to handle that after everything else, I would have just snapped. So Gypsy and I are going to use tonight to go back and forth and catch up because we have not been able to catch up in the last 2 weeks on our recent adventures. So, hey, Gypsy, how are you tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great. Doing great. How about yourself?
I am doing all right. I'm doing good. Today was a rest day.
Back to work today?
No, back to work tomorrow. So today was
Or
uh,
tomorrow?
laundry, groceries, and kind of getting my head around the fact that, yeah, tomorrow I have to work.
Uh, well, I bet you were catching up on probably other stuff like laundry, all that other kind of fun stuff that you need to do before you get back into your week.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
uh, I can't wait to hear all about it. For those of you that were listening on our last podcast, I know we didn't have our podcast last week, but um, Amanda took a little road trip,
I did. I
Amanda and
did.
Jon, and they went to the Dig It Dude hunt over in New Jersey. And I can't wait to hear all about it and what all she found. And I know she had some bad experiences as well, so we'll have to hear about all of that. Um, Meanwhile, here in Texas, it's been pretty dang hot.
I've
Haven't
heard.
been able to get out much. I think we had 110 a few days ago, record, and I don't know. Last night we actually had our first rain that we had in months,
Woo!
so it cooled things off to about 90 degrees here. So it's been 90 and humid today, but it sure felt better compared to what it has been. Um, but I was able, so my friend Zola came to visit. Some of y'all might remember we had her on, about a year ago as a guest?
I think so, yeah.
Sometime last year, I think. Zola hadn't been metal detecting, but maybe two or 3 years now. And then she came to my last hunt. I think she said that was the last time that she had metal detected all year long, was at my hunt. And it was, we ended up not going metal detecting. We ended up going to a dump, meeting up and going to a dump. And then we ended up going on a different kind of treasure hunt. She does eBay, and so we went to Dallas and Fort Worth with Jackie, that's in the chat, and we kind of had some fun little bargain treasure hunts at the Goodwill bin. So that was fun. So different kinds of treasure hunts, but um, it's always fun going to those as well. But her and I had a rough time at the dump. It was so freaking hot. Um, and we had a hard time finding this. When we first got there, we started digging, and then the sun came out, and we just like overheated too early. I thought Zola was going to pass out, but I found some pretty cool bottles. I haven't cleaned them up yet. I got home. I think she found a coin. I found like a brooch
Ooh.
that's in pretty bad shape.
Oh.
Um, but I think at one time it had stones in it. What else? I found a thimble, not a silver thimble, but I did find another thimble. I've been on the thimbles this year, and I know
Yep.
you just found that silver thimble not too long ago. But anyway, that's pretty much the only hunting I've done lately. But I do have another video out. I have a brand new video up as of this morning, early this morning. I let it upload last night as I went to bed, and then made it live this morning. And if you haven't gone to check it out, I encourage you all to go check it out. It's called Metal Detecting a 1920s Yard, and on the photo it's digging with Margie. And some of you that were at my metal detecting hunt, you might remember Margie and Shauna's in chat. I know Margie is not, she's just a friend. She's not a metal detector, but we managed to get a metal detector in her hand on that hunt, on that little hunt in the yard. And let me just say, she's very, Madison Main just said it. Richie just said it. She is a hoot. So if you want some funny laughs, I mean, and I think Michael in chat watched it today too, and he had commented and said something, were y'all sipping on something else on the side? Y'all were having way too much fun, but I promise we weren't sipping on anything other than water. But I tell you, because it was so hot that day. Yeah, Margie is quite a riot, and we're supposed to be metal detecting her yard, I think, as it starts to get cooler. And I think her house was built around the same time. So I would definitely like to hit that yard again, though, too, because I feel like there might be some deeper silver. Probably just need to hit it with my AT-Max in the large coil real slow, and maybe pull out some silver. But, I did go detecting with Jackie. I forgot. I think it was, or maybe I mentioned that. Maybe that was the week before where I got a few silvers. Or maybe I mentioned it to you. I don't know if I mentioned it on here. We had a permission that she had, and I got a couple silver coins. So that'll be another video coming up before too long. So, yeah, and Shauna mentioned in chat. So, Shauna, how many pennies did you dig that day? So while she's commenting in chat how many pennies, I think it was somewhere around 29 pennies in that yard. Wow. But she was like the penny queen that day. So we're trying to figure out, it was more than 12. She says 12. It was something like 20-something. But I think that if you will go to the video, watch it, and then vote at the end of the video on the name we're going to name Shauna. So Jackie, we've dubbed her as Jackie Silverstreak for right now. But she said, lately I've been on the silver streak. But Shauna has been on the pennies, she's a penny hoarder. So we're kind of come up with a little name for her. So go over there and watch the video and be sure and vote on her name and get in on that as well. And I think that's about it for me. I have another announcement, but I'll announce it later. We'll wait till we hear about your exciting weekend at Jersey History Hunters Hunt the Dig It Dude. I can't wait to hear all about it and all your adventures. So yeah, I'm going to pass that. Oh, and Mark Hoover's in chat. So he finally got to meet you in person. Absolutely. So I can't wait to hear all about all that. So yeah, without further ado, let's hear about all your adventures.
All right, so I hit up the Dig It Do the Gathering numero uno this weekend in New Jersey, and there was the great and there was bad. Now the hunt, nothing bad to say about it, and full disclosure. So I know people. I should probably, and I think I'll do this for every hunt that I talk about, and I think all of you deserve to know. I paid for my ticket. So this wasn't like hey Amanda, come on, and give us a good, you know, whatever. It wasn't. I paid for the ticket. Am I friends with Don, Shelley, Audra, and Bobby? Absolutely, I am. It would be like if I went to Gypsy's hunt. Am I friends with Gypsy? Yes. If I see things that could be improved upon, would I let her know? Absolutely. Now the so all right, let's go with the oh man, I stayed at a hotel that was probably the worst hotel I have ever stayed at in my 25 years of traveling. And this is traveling for work, traveling for events. Um, it was just I don't know what to say. If you are booking a room for an event, go to an outside source like Google reviews to check and do it by date, because you might end up like if you're on like hotels.com or Expedia or any of those, it's going to show you all those positive reviews right off the bat, but it's not showing you any of the negatives. So, you know, John and I pull up to this place and we both kind of looked at each other, and I went to check in, and it was just this teeny tiny lobby, not even a lobby. It was a door with a desk. And um, yeah, I've done this before though. I do have to say I went up to a Bone and Keene. I walked into a hotel, I checked in, I walked to the room, and I walked out the back door and went to another hotel. Should have probably done that with this one. I didn't though. So John and I pulled in, and it was just there was like one thing after another. It was from the bathtub not draining and also being soft. Like the bottom when you stepped in was like soft and curved. So I slipped in the shower, and thankfully I caught myself. But
Oh,
that wasn't good. So that was bad.
oh my gosh.
um the like it was so bad. It was one thing after another. John and I got up Saturday. I don't there's more, and I might piece it in here and there as well. Oh, I went to plug in my machines to charge, and they
Uh-huh.
were two nightstands, and we always usually carry a power strip, and I didn't. I went to plug in my cell phone next to the bed at one of those like it was a nightstand with chargers, and none of the plugs worked. And I'm like, okay. So I walked over to this wall and went to I went to plug in my detector. And as I went to push the plug into the wall moved in, and like the outlet pushed in.
What?
And I was like, oh my